Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Hello, and welcome to every one of our viewers. Welcome to the third edition of our Budonian podcast, The Voices from the Hills. And today we have a special edition, and we are going to focus on some of the leaders we had during our school time, our prefects. Different years, different headmasters, and they're going to just give us a sneak peek into what it was to be a prefect, because most of us see it from the other side of it. We now need to hear from them. We've told people how, we're so hurt by the prefects. We are so angry at them. Some of us still have some bitterness and, issues towards them, but they're here to help us understand why they made the decisions they made, how come they behaved the way they did, and allow us to understand. Maybe then we'll extend grace and forgive those we haven't forgiven, as some people keep telling us. So my name is Susan Muhoza, and I'm the president All Budonians Club. With me in studio, we have ladies, gentlemen, different houses from Budo Junior School and King's College Budo, continuing with our podcast series. My co-host today is
Bruno Ariganyira is my name, 2007 to 12, South Africa House and House Prefect. Very happy to be here. And I'm also on the OBC Exco as Assistant Mobilizer, 26 to 28. So I'm very happy to be here.
Welcome, Bruno.
Thank you.
I'll ask the rest of our guests to introduce themselves. My prefects, but today I'm the head prefect. Please do go around introducing yourselves, and then let's get into this discussion.
My name is Homuza Kwendlin Mutunji. I was in Budo from 2019 to 2025. I was the deputy head prefect in 2024 and 2025. I was in Nigeria House. Very pleasant.
Yeah, it is.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Imelda Nabosa. I was in Budo from 95 to 99. Former Samaganzi House Prefect and Sanatorium Prefect. Currently, I'm the newly elected Vice President of the the Old Budonians Club, and a doctor, medical doctor with a specialty in obstetrics and gynecology. Thank you.
Mine is David Muduli, Budo from 2008 to 2013. I was the head prefect in my time. And I was from Nigeria House, like my colleague. I'm a trained quantity surveyor, but I've worked with one of the big fours for about 5 years, and now I run my own enterprise.
Hello everyone, my name is Brenda Auma. I was in Samaganzi from 94 to 99, and then Games Girls. It was actually called Games Prefect Girls. I'm a data management specialist. I think that's all.
Nice to be here. My name is Paul Yahweh. I joined Budo in 1979, Budo Junior Ranger. Left in 85 and then joined King's College in 86 and left in 91. I was in Africa House then, which most of you now call South Africa. I was the house prefect, and I practice engineering.
Good afternoon, everyone. Very happy to be part of this podcast and basically the event today. My name is Kamwine Jenny, and I was in King's College Budo from 2016 to 2022. The COVID year, the guys that had 7 years in high school. Yes, I was the deputy head prefect, girls and Grace House, the house of the ladies. I'm currently doing medicine and surgery in my 4th year at UCU Kampala campus. Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Herbert Chiminji. I was in Budo 92 to 98 in South Africa House. I am a medical epidemiologist. I work with Centers for Disease Control, which is a US government agency, but we support the Ministry of Health here. And good to be here.
My greetings, everybody. Richard Nathan Ebong is my name. Budo 2018 to 2024. Deputy Head Prefect, Nigeria House.
Nigerians decided to just take over today.
Oh, did I say I was head prefect? It's okay.
No, he did not
By the
say.
way,
He didn't say
did
how much.
mention.
I think I didn't mention it. Yes, I was head prefect 97, 98.
Wow.
Hello everyone. My name is Nankabra Christine Kuti. I served as the deputy head prefect at King's College Budo in the years 2023 to 2024. I joined Budo in 2018 until I finished in 2024. Thank you. Oh, Salagazia.
Put you in position.
Hello everybody, Gita Edwin is my name. Australia House. Apparently from all the deputy prefects that have spoken, I am the only one from Australia House. Gita Edwin, yes, is my name. I was a deputy prefect 2021, 2022, and I'm glad to be here.
Hello everyone. My name is Nachinoe Harriet. I was in Budo 2016, 2022. Sports prefect girls. Yeah. And that was 2020, 2021, 2022. 2020, 2022. Yes, it was for 3 years.
3 years.
Oh.
3 years. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yours was 3 years.
COVID.
Oh, wow.
COVID.
COVID, huh?
COVID.
Yeah.
So the prefects in the COVID year remained like prefects for like 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, even at their homes, they're prefects.
Yeah.
We actually still prefects.
Even
Until
now.
now.
Yeah. I was in Grace House. And currently a year 3 student doing a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, Makerere University.
Hey.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. I like that we have a variety of the different generations and
Positions.
different positions. Although the GHPs,
Right.
I think you guys had a meeting and said, today let us go and show
They've
them.
consolidated,
Up to the desk.
consolidated power.
The assignment.
You understood the assignment. Oh, wow. Interesting. The few DHPs who would have been interesting to have, but were not. I got a number of apologies, DHPs and HPs who wanted to come, but conflict, some have traveled and all, but we'll have them probably for next session. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Yes, so to be a prefect in Budo, what was that like to be a prefect, a head prefect, for example? What was that like leading the rest of the school body and you're the top?
In retrospect, such a big task for such a young, at such a young age. I think the amount of power that you had, at least my time, at that age is so much.
Yeah.
In retrospect, I realized we determined who stayed in school, who left school. We determined, because if we went to the handover meeting in Busura's house and said, this boy did X, most likely would be expelled. So up to this day, I meet people who either grateful that our PC did hand them over, or my PC did hand them over, or who maybe even feel like we gave them,
Free pass or something.
or we
We're too harsh.
we're too harsh. Yes, we made them lose school. Leave school, suspension or whatever. So I think briefly, I think it is a lot of power at such a young age, and you don't realize. We didn't realize how much it was until now. In retrospect, that's what it looks like.
Realize
But
we're
it's a
running
very
the
good
school.
thing in a way because we really run the school.
Yeah.
At least our time, the years. I hear now things have changed.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. But our time, the PC was like we run the school. The teachers would teach and leave. The prefects coordinate the gongs, the sounding of the bells,
The school program.
prep, roll call,
Lights out.
lights out, everything.
Yeah.
And so we really ran the school where the teachers were not, which is
And also to ask David here on the same question.
Yeah.
Were you impressed from like S1 to sort of young to be HP? I want to know in your minds how it was.
Actually, I stood with someone who probably was. Because in our time, it was unusual, but we were 3 candidates for that year.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't have 2 candidates that year, so we had 3. And one of them, I can't say it was more or less a generational thing, but his brother was HP prior. I think 2 years prior or something.
remember that, yeah.
And he was this spectacular orator, well-spoken, and all of that. And the brother kind of took on, only that he was a bit more muscular than his elder brother, but he took on the same characteristics, oratory, and all of that. So I stood with such a person, and to some extent, the pressure was so much because you know someone has been through the process. It's privated. Everyone knows the name. Everyone knows the brother. And as HP, I mean, if you just do well enough, and he did extraordinarily well, so everyone was like, this guy most probably.
Really?
So it was difficult for me, but I was not amongst the chosen.
Okay. What do you mean you're not among the chosen? You were the chosen.
I'll tell you what, it goes back to the question I brought at the beginning, especially the head prefects. Were they predetermined, or there was a point where you had to stake your life and fight for it and go for it? Yeah, I want to ask that because, I mean, we have DHPs and HPs, and those were like the hottest ones. And I'll give an example. I think 2 years before we became prefects, there was a guy that was popular. But he was into the arts. I think he was the piano player. He's a great, up to now, he's a great piano and keyboard player in, I think, the churches and stuff. And he declared his intentions. And he was told, I think, you can be doing other things.
You're better suited.
So let's have this guy go up and somebody else. And I want to know what you guys think about that.
We're not mentored.
Yeah.
You made your intentions known.
Or anointed from the word go.
And based on your character, your school performance, your discipline, there are things that maybe the administration could look at and say, it's okay for this person, or this person seems they have weaknesses here.
Yeah.
But it really came from a personal intention, at least for me.
Yeah.
When I joined Budo, I had been head boy in my primary school.
I see.
So some of these
These are the ones now.
Sometimes,
you
can't run away from it.
And at the time, Tuma Ezekiel, I don't know if you know, Tuma Ezekiel was head prefect. And I think I saw myself, the hordes, the guy standing in the middle of the hordes.
I see.
I saw myself in that, having been head boy. And so when the time was ripe, I said, I
why not?
But I don't think there was any mentorship, so to speak, at least on my part.
Interesting. Yes.
I think to speak for like DHP girls, because that's like an HP for the girls.
Yes.
For the girls, it was quite tricky because girls used to book and be like in S3.
By the way.
And we're in house and we're talking, we're like, you guys, I want to stand for Prep P. I've told you. If you want to stand, come and tell me and we discuss about it. So,
Grace House.
no. Even Savaganzi, actually, even
What are you saying?
Even Savaganzi, because now personally for my story, okay, we did have a COVID lab, that one, but we had to give in our intentions for being prefects because COVID happened in between our S5. So we had already come for S5, but of course during S5 you're already sure, like you're in vacation and guys are asking which prefects do we have, because S5 is when you're submitting your intention to the EC and all that all. So we come in for S5, and personally, I already told my friends, guys, DHP, I want DHP. But of course, if there's one in Grace House, there's always one in Savaganzi House. One of Savaganzi House in our time, not always, but that's how it was always in most cases. There was always two contestants, one has to be from Grace, one from Sav.
To balance.
Because you can't divide the house into two. So there are two Grace girls, one Savaganzi. The one who was supposed to be DHP from Savaganzi, her sister was already DHP the year before, because the sister was in, I think when S4, the sister was in S6, and the sister was DHP. So everyone knew the sister in S4 is going to take over. And even some teachers, low-key, were already calling her DHP. So me, deep down, I'm like, but nah,
fight for
it's going to be tricky. Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't directly, but of course that factor of, this person has some kind of, generational
Hey.
movement with
Yeah.
it. I mean, everyone is already known.
The
I think
second
that one
name.
is going to be the, like, even though you don't tell them, like, even though they didn't want, they'll be like, oh, I think I should think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
So,
if you behaved contrary to what they expect the future DHP to behave like?
I mean, I think when you get the hint, then you start prepping
Yeah.
yourself.
You organize
So you
yourself.
organize yourself. You prep yourself, and you don't go
Yeah.
out lacking. So I think it was also there.
Dr. Imelda,
How
you-
was it during your time?
I think it was a lot different.
That was the time.
That's
1991.
91.
Yeah.
Of course, if your brother or sister was prefect, it would help.
Yeah.
Like you said, you know about the family, and if you also behave well, and the teachers also see as you being a good person, then yeah, chances were high for you to become a prefect. But in our case, it's like your fellow students in that particular year, just look around and say, I think so and so can be our leader. So it was not too much haggling. So they would say, if this one is prefect, the other one will be senior monitor, the other one will be junior monitor. But of course, in your S2, S3, you'd either have had to be a sub-lamper
Yes.
of some sort.
Especially for house prefect.
or sports. You needed to be known in the house. But if you are, for example, a bully,
How do you start?
then I mean, you wouldn't have any chances with the juniors, especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would make sure you just don't become one.
Okay.
You were asking Dr. Imelda something.
Yeah, I wanted to hear from her.
for my time, the house prefect thing was a bit different from what the stories I've had. For example, it was kind of predetermined in the case of Savaganzi House, because I remember my predecessor before that was predetermined by the house mistress. Chana Sengova, God bless her soul, she's so sweet. So for my case, I was new because I joined Budo in S2, like for the S1 bit I wasn't there. But when I came in, I was this firecracker. I was all over the place. Like
things.
I was in games, I was in, I
And
was
excelling in
music,
everything.
dance and drama. I was all over the place. She just saw me and she's like, you are my next. I was in senior too. You're going to be Savaganzi's prefect. I was like, not politics for me. So, time moved. We won quite a number of trophies with this lady right here. We used to train Lara Karaka, all sorts of things. Savaganz was on top.
We reigned MDD
Grace was
games.
Honestly.
Things changed.
So our time was so active, and she would really look at this one person who stood out and had a passion for everything, like every activity like that was going on in the school, and that person should just say, you are going to be a prefect. So that time came and I was like, I'm not going there. I'm not going to face the DC or the PC of this. She came, she's like, have you applied? I'm like, no, you're joking. Sit here, write the letter. At her home on her veranda. She made me write the application letter to the chairman, whatever, you see. I'm writing to show my interest, and she's like, please write it with passion, show like you want. And then she cautioned everybody else in the house not to stand against me.
Focus, organize yourself.
So she was like, nobody, I remember one time when the common was like, no one is standing against Nabosa. So like, it was just a smooth sailing for me. I was like, push it to me.
That's part of freedom.
Because I caught that bit of campaigning myself, like standing in front of people and like, you people give me a vote. Well, it was a smooth sailing because very unopposed, there was even no need to vote. Guys were like, okay, so that's how it happened for me, especially house prefects that time. Because even my predecessor, same story. She was my friend, we used to be together all the time. She was very active as well. So when the time came, she just said, you're the next prefect. So for Savaganzi, that was the story at that time. I don't know how it is right now, but that's what happened that time.
I think that's the thing we're talking about, behaving a certain way such that teachers kind of
Have
earmarked
no
and they're like,
against
because they're with you, they interact with you, the house mistresses see you, you're always the one, getting the rest of your friends to go do this, you're leading the rest even without an office per se. They see the character trait, and like Herbert said, if you've been in those leadership roles even before,
You have
class
an
prefect,
advantage,
whatever,
yes.
somehow you can't run away from it. It just comes naturally. So, yes, you want to say something?
Yes, I would like to thank the previous speakers. I am a person who believes that success is born when opportunity meets preparedness.
All right.
So you see from the work that prescribes the job, you see HP is up on assembly, DHP is doing this. and you're supposed to be an inspiration to the young guys. Now, you see with Budo, I was telling colleagues here before we started, Budo is a bit different. I used to tell people that what makes Budo different, when I was in assembly, I used to tell people that when our schools sit, we stand. When they stand, we stand up. When they stand up, we stand high. If they insist and they stand high, we set the standard. With Budo, you had to be a role model. So there were a number of things that were combined in that. S1s are coming and they are going to look up to you. The inspiration, you've seen the HPs from here, just from the talking, the posture from which they give up. Now, I believe every leader rises for a season and a reason.
Yeah.
You see, Budo has a number of screenings you go through to become a leader.
That's true.
So there are a number of things. I mean, Budo, the citizens there, I would call them the citizens, the students there, are not people you're going to come.
Your constituents.
Are not people you're going to come and tell them, you know what, I'm going to build mess and all this, you know.
Yeah.
These are people you have to sell to realistic ideas. What are you going to inspire the senior one that is coming up there?
Yeah.
So it moves from, of course, you are in part of the leadership roles. You must be seen. People are not going to get an HP who cannot stand and speak.
Yeah.
One of the qualities of a true Budonian is bravery for truth. People are not going to get an HP who cannot represent themselves, the confidence, and they put you on the podium up there. The HPs who have been here, you've seen from that frequency how they carry themselves. So I believe it is a series of being prepared, how you carry yourself, right from the character that is combined with a number of things. And finally, when opportunity meets preparedness, then success is born.
Oh, fantastic. Coming from what you just shared, what was your personal experience regarding holding the office you held?
DHP.
The office of Deputy Head Prefect was one that came with great responsibility. I have to say it was a good opportunity to lead Budonians. But then from the office of DHP, you realize you're not the fountain. There is HP, but then you have a number of activities you have to run around. School discipline and welfare. So it came with a lot. As in when there was organizing ceremonies, you have to be there. So DHP, meanwhile, you also had the academics part. You have to be up for the job. You have to be ready. You don't need to be great to start, but you need to start to be great. You have to show up to every task. You're going to find students. In my time, I had a student who came to me, he was an S1, and it was a new experience to him. And the S1 was crying and was very down. So you have to inspire these people, but then you also have to, you have, as I said, bravery for truth. There are moments whereby the students would want to do something, but then you have to come out and be like, guys, you know what? It is not prudent for a Budonian to cause commotion when they are going to do this and this and this and this. So you had to be, on ground. And every time people would come, they would see you, the HPs and the DHPs here, that pad, that walk, when you're going for roll call, everyone is waiting for you. The saying of, if your roll call has been taken, you may. But I mean, to say that would also mean, coming from a lot. And then you also had, as a leader, you also had to lead. You would sit with the HP and lead your fellow leaders. You had to coordinate, come up with schedules, this and this and this. Now it was a bit tight. You find that there are different characters.
Yeah.
There are people who don't want to supervise.
To work together,
There are people in your PC, but a great leader is one who makes his team work. Together, everyone achieves more. So I mean, it is a number of efforts that you put together. It needs a person who is all round, person who is built, who can go up to the task and say, you know what, let me support this person, not just pushing them out. And at the end of the day, you have to also liaise the students with the administration. I got a chance to work with both administrations. I thank the head teacher.
Both? Which ones do you mean?
Yeah, I thank both the head teacher, Patrick Bakamale, and also Canon John Fred Kazwe, who are very good head teachers. But through the handover meetings, you would see you have to represent the students. What is the feedback? What is happening there? And the HM is looking at you. What have you been doing on ground? What are you picking from that side to bring to this side? The handover, it was more, the prefect life was...
Well, the handovers, the Sunday handovers, where you have eggs and bread.
And that is what he remembers, ladies and gentlemen.
I think it was dope. And then you give a report of your week.
Yes, you give a report of your week and everything. So it was really an amazing task. But with great power comes with great responsibility.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
it is that responsibility that you have to carry to see that tomorrow you're able to lead, so that when students stand up today, they can say, yes, he led with a purpose, with a vision, backed with ambitions, and surely he derived his point home. What he promised is what he delivered.
Ah, fantastic. Thank you. Brenda, what was your experience?
Games girls.
Mine was very interesting, by the way. When I joined Senior 1, I was an all-round sports person. So that
From the
alone, I think,
word go.
set the pace.
Yeah.
But when we came back in Senior 5, I remember I was so hesitant about standing for prefectship. And as they were looking for the prefects, I was really hesitant. I was giving all the excuses, how, you needed to keep up with academics. I couldn't, I just wanted to enjoy my sports. And Mr. Jambo calls me and she's like, you need to stand. And I gave her all the excuses. There was a time I actually used to dodge out on campus. And in that time, there were 2 other people who actually got the guts to stand.
Sports as well.
For sports, yes.
And they're also active sports ladies, sort of.
You see, I was just outstanding. So it made... I'm just telling lies.
It's true. True story.
Everyone has... So it's like they stood and they were against each other. But I think, like the way Imelda says, there is a... Miss Ojambo was the games mistress that time.
And the fastest
Just one
teacher,
time
if I
got me
let me just say, she was the fastest
in
teacher.
the evening.
When they did the sports.
Yeah.
She got me in the evening, when it's you're back from preps and she's like,
Madam.
we need to talk. I think she had I didn't write my application myself, but it was done, and I was, it was handed in. And as soon as I stood, as soon as the rumor that my application had been filled in, the other 2 stepped down. So I ended up going unopposed. But it was a nice. Personally, I just like sports, so it was. I mean, it would look like the obvious choice. But when you get in there, that's when you realize, okay, there's work to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Susan, she's mentioned something about hesitancy, which I think all of us probably suffered with at some point. Because, I'll tell you, my example was when I come in S5, so I wasn't a sub-lamper. I was pretty smaller than, I was a quiet chap. Quiet chapel boy, quiet daughter. So I wasn't a sub-lamper, and usually to be house prefect, you'd have been one of the sub-lampers. Yeah. So S5 I come in, and all my friends, there were people we knew. The chief sub-lamper was there, the sports guy. I was sure those guys would step up. Huh? So I was like, why go for prep? Why go for what? I don't see myself there. Until what happened, I think what helped me was we had MDD in S5 first time. So one guy that was a year above, he came to me and was like, Bruno, for what I saw in our year, if you show up in MDD, the teachers will see you. So I was like, so I went to guys, and all my colleagues, the ones I expected would show up, guys were not. They're like, it's MDD stuff, it's rockers. Well, let's just go do our things. We're bad guys, we're in trousers now. So I went with another guy, the guy that became HP and prep. So all the guys who wanted to do prep, prefects in our time, were like, let's do this. So we showed up, we ran MDD S2, SOAS S1s, and later when the housemaster came, was like, Bruno, I think we should talk. And that's how I went through, honestly, unopposed. So, but all of us were pretty much hesitating at some point. And if I'd love to hear a few talk about that, I'd really love. I don't know.